Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bongi and I'm a fitness coach, holistic coach, all things coach, fit mindset, and I am a healer. Today I come back to talk about habits. But before I do that, welcome to you and please have a seat, grab a drink. Let's talk about these habits. Please do subscribe and also like the video as we're about to get into it. So, like I said, today we are going to talk about habits. And probably we need to talk about like what are these habits? How do we even get to know our own habits, and how can we trigger these habits so that they can work for us? So stay with me. I think last year I did a video here. I'm gonna link it on the description below. The video was more about how we can be able to build new habits without destroying the old ones. So today I just want us to talk about the habits and how you can see that you are having a certain habit. So first of all, what is this habit? So habit is normally something that we do repeatedly on a regular basis, and sometimes we do it subconsciously. We just do it. It's more like it's something that we do without us even thinking. So apparently the study shows that most of us, if we are 100% on whatever, but 40% of our mind is on autopilot. So which means it's made up of all these habits that we normally get to learn as we go along in this life, and we just do those things without really thinking or realizing that we are doing those things, because it's 40%. Now the mind is always designed to actually just help us to be able to get out of trouble and to stay clear, and to just, it just makes us want to make us happy and to see us happy. So what happens is that the 40% is being used more all the time and every day by us, and we don't occupy or utilize the 60% of our capacity and our minds. So that means that we have a lot that we have to do, and we have to actually do in terms of trying to learn new things and now that's all about that in terms of habit. But then now today I want us to talk about how can you actually also see if you have some habits, and you can be able to see the triggers that trigger your habits as well. Like for example, you come back from work and you are so tired. The first thing that you go to the living room, you sit on the couch, you then start scrolling on your phone. You're telling yourself that you want to just get over the day, and before you know it, it's an hour later or 2 hours later, and you feel so tired and you feel a little bit hungry, but you don't feel fulfilled. So your habit there was you getting inside the house and you see the couch, and first thing is that I want to relax, right? So here is the thing: the cue was actually you seeing the couch, and then the routine is that you just want to sit in there and sit there and rest. And the reward that your mindset said, got you, we gonna rest today, we just gonna sit and relax, unwind and stuff. So we do that. So habits can be something that works for you or works against you. And I'm here to say, let's make these habits work for us. It's starting to be winterish, starting to be cold, guys. It's starting to be cold, and it means that we're gonna go back to our habit. We're gonna revert to our not really fetish settings, but our habits. It means then that we need to watch what we do and how we do it. So talking about the cue, which is the trigger of your habit, and also the routine, what you normally do when you see the trigger, and the reward that you always tell yourself that you're going to get out of that. Now that it's winter and we're supposed to be exercising, but you're like, The first thing you're like, ooh, it's trigger, it's cold, which is your trigger or your cue to your habit. And then you think to yourself, what would be then the routine when it's cold? You're like, oh, I need to curl on the couch and sit there and snuggle with a nice warm blanket and probably eat something that is warmly and probably unhealthy, And you do that, and the reward is that you want to feel good, just want to feel warm and everything. You probably get that, or you say, I'm gonna go to just get into bed and sleep. But before you know it, as you're sitting and doing whatever, if you decide to sit, before you know it, you've sat there and you're tired. You're probably warm, but you've been just so tired because you've been probably watching the news that are not good for you, doing this. So there is always a reward in what we're going to do. And we always, when we get into a certain habit, we always tell ourselves, yes, this is what I'm going to get. This is what I'm going to get out of this. Now, let's change the scenario a bit. Let's say you come back from work or you're down working and you're like, oh, it was a long day. And you say, whew, finally I could breathe. Oh my God, it's so cold outside. I've been cold the whole day. What am I going to do? And you're like, okay, you know what? The routine is that I need to get warm. How am I going to get warm, right? Now you decide, go and exercise. You decide to exercise because exercising is going to make you warm, which is the reward from exercising. And exercising then is not just going to make you warm, it's also going to make you feel healthier and feel lively and feel a little bit, not so stressed, because during the day you've been doing, you're uptight and your muscles are like, so you are tense and everything. So you see now that there is a trigger, there is always a routine, and there is a reward, and the reward can be anything. It could be that it's a bad thing, it could be that it's a good thing. So it's very important that we sit back and always try to find out, from what I want to do now, what is the routine and what am I going to get out of that? Because it's so easy for us to be busy and doing things that are very easy, for example, for us during the day, and when you check out your list at the end of the day, you're like, damn, I didn't do all these things that I was supposed to do because they are so hard. And then I want to leave you guys with just one tip, that to build a new habit is for you to then also say, I want to give myself a reward. When you think of a reward, you can reward yourself while you're doing that habit and you're breaking, the old one. For example, you were to say that you're supposed to be exercising and you're like, oh, I've been dying to listen to a certain music or to listen to a certain podcast or whatever. Probably music is a good one when you're exercising, and then you listen to that song while you're exercising and it just takes you there. Before you know it, you have exercised for 30 minutes, of which is a win for you, and you have listened to music, you feel happy, and everybody is happy. So I want to say to us that it doesn't help that we keep on saying it's cold, we keep on saying this and that. We just need to watch what we do and get to see what kind of reward we're getting out of the things that we do each and every day. Are we getting exactly what we want to get, or are we getting something that is working against us? So yeah, go on guys, and please comment on the section below as to how you deal with your own habits, and also what other tips you have and tricks that you use when you want to make sure that you maneuver your habits, and you start with your smallest bad habits to work on those and trying to change them. All right. Okay, please do subscribe and make sure that you come back for more of these videos. My name is Happy Fit, and remain good guys. All the best. Bye.